Hi, my name is Drew, and today I'm going to be showing you how to make a pretty good quality casting from a molding using this master part, which was printed in SLS format, and eventually make a cast of it which will require little cleanup to make this casted part from it. Now, I didn't use an X-Acto knife, sandpaper, or anything. I just popped it out of the mold, removed whatever little flash there was with my fingers, and we have this part. So today I'm going to show you how to make a part with as little cleanup as possible. What we're going to need first is 2 cups, courtesy of your local grocery store. That's about it. Oh, stirring wooden stick, spoon, whatever you use. I tend to just swirl it most of the time, but just to be safe. Anyways, and of course, your mold. Okay, so this is a 2-part mold that I actually I casted first. Basically what we have here, this represents our original clay base. I just laid the flattest part of the pieces in there, and I'll just let them sit there while I poured my other half, which we can see the deeper grooves. The majority of the piece is in this part. Now what you want to do when you do make these molds is make sure that, as I mentioned, the part with the less protrusions is what is laid in the clay. So we want to make sure it's just enough for the piece to remain in there when you pour the mold so they don't float off, fall out, do whatever, so that when you do pop it out, you get the majority of the piece in a second half mold imprinted there. So then when we pour our other half, we get the small base. Alright. I don't know if I was clear or not, but I'm sure you can see for yourself how it's done. We also want to make sure that on our larger half, the part that we're going to be pouring the majority of the resin in, we want to make sure that there's a nice lip to catch all of that extra fluid so that it doesn't flow out over into, the table, paper towel, whatever you have for cover. It would be a shame, if you were doing this on your mahogany wooden dining room table, whatever. Anyways, point is, make our molds. So, what we're going to do first is, what we want to do is fill up this area here with resin. Not too much resin is needed. All we need to do is just have enough to fill in the deeper grooves that are going to be potential air bubble hazards. So I'm going to be doing that right now. And I just filled my resin. Let's give it a quick couple swirls. Alright. Okay, and as you can see, I might have messed up a little bit here. I want to try to clear all this off as much as possible. Don't be afraid to touch it. You've got rubber gloves on. Always wear the rubber gloves. So what we're going to do is let this sit for 15 more seconds. Well, actually, you know what I'm going to do is I'm going to prepare the other batch while we wait for that. So. Alright. So what we need to do is let this half sit just long enough for it to start to solidify and cure while we pour our other halves. Okay? Now what you want to do is overflow this a little bit so that it catches into the inner lips of the mold. And as you can see, this mold's it's pretty good right now. So what we're going to do is pop this on like so and fold down towards the end. Now what I don't know if I can show you right now, but what I did is I laid this end down first with this part lifted up, and I pushed down so that it kind of scooped down and pushed all the extra resin out on the other end. And we have a really good tight seal here. So what we want to do is just let that sit. No need to rubber band anything because it holds itself together very well. And now we just let that cure. Alright, it has been about 5 minutes and we're ready to demold, I believe. Most of it seems to be pretty solidified on the outside. You can tell by flakes popping off. Anyways, now we just pop it open like usual, and as you can see, all the pieces cured very nicely. Try to get that up there for you. Check that out. No air bubbles. Let's see how the actual pieces fared. Trying to remove most of the excess flash before I actually pop the pieces out. And let's do it. Whoops. Okay. Let's remove these guys. As you can see, there's some flash remaining here, but that easily breaks right away. And in the end, we have ourselves a perfect piece. Alright, guess that'll conclude that. Thanks for watching.